What is going on, guys? Bruin Steel here. Welcome back to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steel, and I'm joined by Canadian Yorker, and we are recapping the Monday Night Raw that took place February 10th, 2025, and it took place in Nashville, Tennessee. And it is the road to the Elimination Chamber, where Elimination Chamber qualifying matches has been going on for the last couple of days. But Canadian Yorker, how's it going tonight?
It is a busy day, busy night. There's a lot going on, and I'm just happy to be here talking with you guys about wrestling, despite the busyness happening throughout the week.
All right, so Monday Night Raw, which happened yesterday. So we're here nice and early this week. So it's great. Nice and early when we can talk about the Raw that happened last night. So yeah, let's start off with the opening segment. We got main event Jey Uso making his entrance. He's attacked in the middle of the fistula by Gunther. Back suplex into the announce table. He takes Uso into the ring and lays him out, stalking after him, drawing him up and tearing the shirt off his back before dropping him with a huge chop and following it up with a powerbomb. Finally, referee, security, and road agents arrive to stop the World Heavyweight Champion. Uso gets himself together enough to get a mic and call Gunther out before he leaves. He said he shouldn't say this. He's challenging Gunther at WrestleMania. There you go, guys. Jey Uso is challenging Gunther at WrestleMania. I called it. I knew it was going to happen. All I can say is this is Jay's time. This is Jay's moment. If Jay loses to Gunther once again, what was the point of Jay winning the Royal Rumble? Like, this has to be Jay Uso's moment. That moment's going to be at WrestleMania. Jay Uso's going to win the main title, the World Heavyweight Championship. Jay Uso, this is your moment. Go get it, boy. I mean, like I said, if Jay loses to Gunther, what was the point of him winning the Rumble? It just doesn't make sense. What are your thoughts on all this?
I can see how Jey Uso could be the one to dethrone Gunther at WrestleMania because Jey Uso has faced Gunther before and beaten Gunther before once. It will be a tough fight for Jay. It's not going to be an easy one because Gunther is not going to go down swinging, and it's not every day that people beat him, and he is a very technical wrestler. He is a tough guy to beat. Um, I would say Jey Uso can definitely go for it. Right now, Gunther doesn't really have any other opponents who could face him to beat him at WrestleMania. There are very few people who can take down Gunther and win against him. Uh, so I definitely am for Jey Uso going after Gunther for the championship, and that's going to be an exciting run to see it happen. It's going to be very exciting.
All right, moving on to the first match of the Monday Night Raw. We got Damage Control. We got a returning Dakota Kai teaming up with Io Sky versus the Judgment Day, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Morgan starts off, but quickly tags out. Raquel Rodriguez uses her size against Io, tags to Kai, double teams, near fall. Liv back in with Io. She tries to fail to get away, so she stands and fights, trading punches with Sky. Raquel tags, cut off the apron, but she blasts Io with a big foot and then choke bombs her into the turnbuckle. Elbows and quick taps. Sky gets a sleeper. She slips out. Back suplex lands on her feet. Dakota Kai tags in and trades forearms with Rodriguez, hanging Raquel in the ropes. Slingshot stomp. Liv runs in and gets thrown to the floor and blasted with a penalty kick around the way with the boot, but Rodriguez throws her into the post. Raquel with the Cobra clutch on Dakota. She fights out and slings Raquel Rodriguez into the floor. The Indra connects when she tries to block the tag. Tags made. Io clears the ring. Big suicide dive, taking Morgan back in off the top with a huge missile drop kick. Fired up, corner knee, back and forth. Raquel back in, assist Oblivion. Still no. Raquel power bumps Liv into Io, but the knees are up. Low bridge sends Raquel to the floor. Tag to Kai. German suplex from Sky. Dakota rushes in. Rolling lung blower. Raquel Rodriguez makes the save. Um, she picks Morgan up and uses her as a weapon again, powerbombing her into Io before going for the Vader bomb elbow on Kai. Oblivion connects. Sky breaks it up. Dakota blasts Raquel with a kick, Goldbreaker from Liv, but Io's Leo and cuts her off. The kick combo sends Sky into the ropes, up and over, knee, kick to the knee, ducked the round kick, out of victory roll into a double stomp from Io. Io Sky with the moonsault on top of the rope on Liv Morgan. Io Sky hitting the diving moonsault. Io Sky with the moonsault on Liv Morgan, excuse me. Damage Control with the huge win over Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. So a returning Dakota Kai, who I believe was in concussion protocol, returns to Team Us Io Sky, and what a huge win for Damage Control over Judgment Day, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez. What are your thoughts on Damage Control defeating Judgment Day?
This is a big win for Damage Control. Big win. And they have not been winning much of their matches recently. I'm happy to hear that they're winning. And that's a great pickup win for them, especially against Io Sky and Raquel. Against Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Can't wait for Asuka to come back. And we're going to see these four um, ladies of destruction coming back together to face against the Judgment Day, and that's going to be trouble for Io Sky, for Liv Morgan and Raquel, because they can't face all four members by themselves. They are very thankful. They should thank their lucky stars that that uh, that Damage Control is not the heel group and Judgment Day is not the face group. Because if they were the heel group, Damage Control would be taking out Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez by themselves with no problems whatsoever. But it's a great pickup win for them. I know, unfortunately, Liv Morgan suffered a horrible eye injury in her match against Io Sky, and got to wish her the best. That she recovers from that. I think it was an eye injury, so she got a bad injury. Same thing that happened to Kylie Sane. She also suffered an eye injury, landing on the desk, and that's tough to see wrestlers get injured like that, especially in the middle of a match. You don't want to see that happen. Um, Regardless of the situation, make sure you guys got to make sure people are safe and things are not no bones are broken, but these things happen. Accidents happen, and I think it's great to see that Liv Morgan and Raquel have someone that they have a group that they can feud against, and Damage Control is a really good group. Rhea Ripley is no longer involved with this whatsoever because she has to face her own business, and it's great to see that happen. So I definitely want to see more of Io versus Liv Morgan, and both of these groups can definitely go for the tag team titles. So, I think we haven't really seen much of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez as a tag team together, and how they're dominant, and how their title reign went, because both of them got taken out by Rhea Ripley, and it'll be wonderful to see Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez win a tag team title back. So I would love to see that happen.
All right. So yeah. I actually liked that match. That match was a banger. I actually really liked it. So yeah. Damage Control defeating Liv and Raquel. So talking about the next match, we got Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria, Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Filling out, circling soon enough of a test of strength. Bayley bends her to the mat for a pin, trading takedown, side headlock from Valkyria. Shot off, up to the corner. The role model shoves her to the apron, back and slide, sliding elbow and counters to a backslide. Wrist control jockeying for position. Lyra with a pinning Renegade for two, and Bayley decks her. Throwing Bayley to the floor, Valkyria with a wrecking ball drop kick. She's fired up. Bayley with a head of steam, a diving elbow. The knees are up. Tornado DDT. Lyra doesn't get out of it. The role model gets under her. Bayley to Bayley. So close. Bayley pressing her attack. Lightning spiral variation. Valkyria with a couple suplexes, but Bayley won't stay down. Action continues. Schoolboy from Lyra. So close. Bayley slings her neck first into the bottom rope, drawing her. Rope plant denied. Look, Casca reverse. Bayley hitting a reversing low Casper to pin of her own to qualify. So Bayley defeats Lyra Valkyria by pinfall. Bayley qualifies for the elimination chamber. And all I can say is this elimination chamber is stacked. Bayley moves on. You got Bayley who qualified, and then last Friday you got Alexa who qualified. You got Alexa Bliss, a returning Alexa Bliss. You got Bianca, and you got Liv Morgan. So it's going to be absolute stacked. So what are your thoughts on Bayley defeating Lyra Valkyria by pinfall to qualify for the Elimination Chamber?
I honestly did not see Lyra Valkyria coming out as the victor against Bayley because Lyra Valkyria, I believe she is the Intercontinental Champion, the Women's Intercontinental Champion, the Women's United States Champion. I can't remember which one, but she is a champion. I don't see her winning against Bayley, and for her to go into Elimination Chamber wouldn't make sense. It definitely makes sense for Bayley to go in and get a chance to get a shot at a championship. And I agree with you definitely that it is pretty stacked. This Elimination Chamber, it's going to be really interesting to see who's going to be coming out to be the one to challenge Nia Jax or Tiffany Stratton at WrestleMania. So that's going to be a really fun time to see.
All right. Moving on, we got the returning of AJ Styles. AJ Styles returning. I believe he hurt his leg. I think it was against Carmella Hayes a couple months ago. AJ Styles kind of hurt his knee or something like that, and now he's back. AJ Styles is back on Raw. AJ Styles chant and said his heart was about to be beat out of his chest, and he's going to major debut going on right now. AJ Styles said 4 months ago he came into this building with the biggest smile on his face because this is his stomping ground. He was going to get his career back on track. It was going to be awesome, and then he got hurt. But he still got gas in the tank and something to prove. And getting back was difficult, but anything worth doing is going to be hard. And now he's standing in this ring in Nashville, Tennessee, telling us that he is back. So, welcome back, AJ Styles. He gets interrupted by Judgment Day by Dominik Mysterio and Carlito. Dominik gets on the mic and said he knows it's been a while since AJ was on Raw and things have changed a little. The boos get overwhelmed and he screams for the crowd to shut up. Styles told him that he can save his breath because he knows who they are and they're right. Things have changed. He doesn't see Damian Priest where he's at. You lost him. He asked the crowd if you see Rhea Ripley anywhere. Where's Finn Balor? Things changes and this isn't what he expected. And all he sees is a guy in purple skinny jeans. That's Carlito and Dominik, a guy that no one's likes and who will always be Rey Mysterio's punk ass kid. Oh yeah, tell him, AJ. Dom goes for a cheap shot, but AJ sees it coming and fends him off before dropping Colin with a plek kick. Mysterio gets the better of him off the rope, but Styles gets to his feet before the 619. Carlito attacks AJ. Back body drop to the apron, short forearm, and then the full phenomenal forearm. And yeah, AJ Styles stands tall. Short segment, but what are your thoughts on AJ Styles' return and the segment with Dom? He put Dominik Mysterio in his place.
It's always great to see Dominik get his butt kicked, and because he nobody likes him, and he's just the spawn of the earth. But I agree that AJ with everything AJ Styles said. I think it's wonderful to see AJ Styles back because he is one of the greats in wrestling, and he's done a lot for WWE. Ever since he came to WWE, he's just been an instant star, amazing wrestler. It's great for him to be back, and to see him performing there is great. I think we've definitely seen him feud with the Judgment Day before, and maybe it's time for him to have another feud with Finn Balor. That would be great for Finn Balor to have a feud with somebody other than Damian Priest, because that business is over and done with. Finally, AJ Styles does not have I think it's the AOC with him anymore because I believe they got cut from WWE, so they're no longer employed with WWE anymore. So AJ Styles is pretty much on his own. And but it'd be wonderful to see him feud with Dominik Mysterio. I'd like to see that actually. That would be a really good matchup. Dominic versus AJ, and I want to
Now
see Dominic debut. But
they're doing AJ Styles versus Braun Breaker. There was a there was a little tease between the two in the backstage segment. Braun Breaker and AJ
yeah,
Styles.
oh yes, Braun Breaker versus AJ, man, that would be amazing. That has to happen. Braun Breaker has I don't think has ever faced AJ Styles before, and so it will be wonderful for that to happen. I definitely want to see Braun Breaker versus AJ at Elimination Chamber. That has to happen.
All right, so moving on to the next match. I am skipping a bunch of backstage segments, by the way, guys. So if you guys want to check it out, yeah, you guys have to find it yourself. Moving on to the next match, we got a WWE World Tag Team Championship match between the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius Creed, versus the War Raiders, Erik and Ivar. Excuse me. The Creeds quickly get Ivar in the corner to work him over. Shorter blocks, flying elbow tag to Erik, slamming Ivar into a whole man to the floor, and the Warbeard freight trains Brutus against the LED board. In the ring, Erik taking it to Julius. Big Leaguer bomb connects. The Creed working Erik over, assisting slam for two. Soon enough, Ivar gets the tag, slams and a freight train crossbody fired up. Brutus tries to roll away, but he eats a balancing drop, reverse roundhouse on Julius. Warbeard fired up for a Bronco Buster, unhugs Tiger Driver, not enough. Julius puts Erik off the apron. Brutus with an Olympus slam. Still no. Ivar fired up, hit it up top. Ivy Nile once again runs interference. Julius brings up line tag, suplex connects. Brutus off the top with a moonsault. Erik breaks it up. Brutus and Erik slugging it out. Julius gets the title belt and whacks Ivar with it. Um, so the Creed brothers taking it just disqualification. The War Raiders win by disqualification because Julius hit Ivar with the title. So the War Raiders still retain their titles, but the War Raiders win by disqualification. What are your thoughts on the War Raiders defeating the Creed brothers by disqualification?
I feel like the match is unfinished. There needs to be a clear winner. To win by disqualification is a win in my book, but it's not a win in the full sense of a win because there's interference. And I regret American Made is going after the tag team titles. The Creed brothers, they are a pretty good group. They are pretty good at what they do. They can definitely be tag team champions one day, but I don't see them winning and becoming tag team champions just yet. I definitely want to see the War Raiders hold on to their titles a little bit longer and continue their dominance because they're just man, they are an amazing uh, tag team. I mean, if Damian Priest actually stayed with the War Raiders, they would be a dominant force right now. But unfortunately, Damian Priest is now on SmackDown, so he's no longer has to deal with him on Raw. But the War Raiders are a great tag team. I definitely want to see the War Raiders give American Made another chance to get a championship shot. So we'll have to see what happens.
All right. Moving on, we got CM Punk getting on mic. He said he were on the road to WrestleMania, and then a couple weeks ago, he has told you all the confidence in the world that he was going to win the Royal Rumble, and in fact, he did that. But then he didn't win the Royal Rumble. But he's not mad at Jey Uso. He likes seeing his peer reach their goal. CM Punk says, and Jay declared tonight he's going after Gunther. CM Punk said, so remember when he told Cody Rhodes that he wouldn't stab him in the back but in the front? Well, now he has to. He's skeptical of John Cena just declaring himself for the Elimination Chamber, and part of him was upset, but not any longer. CM Punk says John Cena's a legend who deserves to call his shot, but the bad news for John is he's busted his ass to qualify for Elimination Chamber, and at some point he's gonna beat the living crap out of Cena and beat him and go to WrestleMania and come for Cody. He asked Drew McIntyre what he thinks he's gonna do him in the Elimination Chamber, and then there's Seth Rollins. He got to qualify against Finn Balor, but either man doesn't matter. CM Punk's hand will be raised at the Elimination Chamber, and he never been more confident in his entire life. He gets interrupted by Logan Paul. Here we go. First time ever, Logan Paul and CM Punk. Logan Paul enters. Logan Paul says he sees why they call him a punk. So he could come up with better names he's not allowed to see on TV. Logan said he can't understand why he gets booed and Punk gets cheered. Paul says he got Punk's number at the Elimination Chamber. But this is Rey Mysterio's 15-minute of fame to lose to Logan Paul. Punk says the way he getting booed, you think he was Dom and graduates him on eliminating him in the Royal Rumble, and he would have mentioned him in his promo for Elimination Chamber, but he forgot he even had a match, and he's lucky enough to get past Ray, who put him to sleep in Toronto. So, yeah, Logan Paul and CM Punk going at it. What was your thought about that?
I want to see Logan Paul get his butt kicked by CM Punk. That has to happen. At least, I mean, it has to happen before Elimination Chamber. Let these guys go at it. Let them feud. Let CM Punk beat Logan Paul. And I know I kind of understand that Logan Paul is the future here, but he is not. I still don't recognize him as a full-time wrestler, just like his brother Jake Paul. Logan Paul is not a full-time wrestler. I understand he's a hard worker. The man works on his craft. He's a successful entrepreneur. He's a successful YouTuber. But at the same time, you can't be a YouTuber and be a wrestler at the same time. You got to pick one or the other. And he's got to choose. Does he want to be a wrestler, WWE wrestler, or does he want to be a YouTuber? And this is why I don't really respect him, or I don't really respect him. I respect him. I respect him as, let's just say that his success, he's definitely made a name for himself. But at the same time, I don't respect him because, I mean, this guy's definitely made mistakes and controversial stuff. And he just keeps pushing the page, all for likes and clicks and stuff, clickbait. It just doesn't make sense to me. For him to go after it, for him to eliminate CM Punk, he eliminated CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns. I mean, what is this guy? Who the hell does he think he
No,
is
no, no, no,
to
no, 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 no,
eliminate?
no, no, no. The CM Punk eliminated Seth Rollins and Roman, and then Logan Paul eliminated CM Punk.
Ah, yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes.
I
That's
mean,
right.
that'd be crazy
Yes,
if Logan Paul eliminated Roman, Seth, and CM Punk. That'd be huge.
yeah. So who the heck does Logan Paul think he is eliminating CM Punk out of the ring? I mean, that is travesty for that to happen. Um, But things, it is what it is for the most part. But I definitely want to see CM Punk get a little revenge against Logan Paul for eliminating him at the Royal Rumble. I think that should not have happened. Logan Paul should not have eliminated CM Punk. It should have been the other way around.
All right. And moving on to the main event match. And for once, Logan Paul is in the main event on Raw. Let's go. Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. Elimination Chamber qualifying match. Circling, filling it out with a mat wrestling off the ropes. Roll through. Mysterio meets him with a wrist lock. Whip reverse up and over. Logan Paul gets him with a twist of fear gutbuster. Logan presses the attack and control with jabs, taunting the crowd. Action to the floor. Ray was a tornado throwing Logan back inside, smashing his face into the turnbuckles. Up top, jockeying for position. Logan Paul moonsault fadeaway slam. Paul with a big waist lock takedown. Ray bails to the floor and baits Logan into meeting him. Right hand throwing Paul into the barricade. Gets the low dive. Back inside quadrant. Not enough. Mountain punches in the turnbuckles. Logan slips under fireman's carry for a Finley roll. Cubarra of his own for a near fall. Mysterio gets Paul on the second, but he recovers and drops Mysterio with a boot. Mysterio with a linger bound covers for two. Logan drops him with a hard right hand. I guess it's his new finisher. His new finisher looks sick. Hard right hand punch. I think it was a crash landing drop into a DDT. Polarizer. Logan Paul with an unbelievable finisher on Rey Mysterio. Logan Paul defeats Rey Mysterio to qualify for the men's Elimination Chamber match. So Logan Paul is going to Elimination Chamber. Like I said, it's gonna be stacked. It's gonna be Logan, Drew, CM Punk, Cena. Like, oh my goodness. Logan shouts into the corner about being hungry. He's hungry for a win. Imagine if Logan won the Elimination Chamber. That'd be funny. um, Rey Mysterio is about to back. Rey Mysterio gets back to his feet when the New Day attack him from behind, and they just cut it right there. But I seen what the New Day did to Rey Mysterio. They just polarized him. Dragon Lee tried to save him, but it wasn't enough. New Day attacked, and referees comes out to stop them, but Xavier Woods takes a chair and just hits Rey Mysterio's leg with it, and that was all she wrote. The rest of LWO comes to check on Rey, and I think Rey Mysterio is going to be out for a bit. So, what are your thoughts on Logan Paul defeating Rey Mysterio to qualify for the Elimination Chamber match?
And this is, you know what I just realized something. Logan Paul is 21 years older than Rey Mysterio, right? No, sorry, 21 years younger than Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is 50. Logan Paul is 29. Why does this feel like Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, where it's a 27-year age gap between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, and you have a 21-year age gap between Logan Paul and Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio is one of the all-time greats, and Rey Mysterio is shorter than Logan Paul. Logan Paul absolutely overwhelmed Rey Mysterio and beat him. And it's a no contest, obviously, because Rey Mysterio did almost win against Logan Paul, if not for Logan Paul cheating against him. And
Logan Paul didn't cheat. Okay, he didn't cheat. You did not see the match.
I'm talking about the previous time
Oh,
when he became the United States champion. That's what I'm talking about. He cheated. He cheated when he became the United States champion against Rey Mysterio. That's what I'm referring to. What I meant. But in this time around, he didn't cheat. He won because he has the age, the youth, the he's able to be quicker than Rey Mysterio. But Rey Mysterio is now a bit craftier than he was before in the past. He can still pull off wins, and Rey Mysterio definitely put up a fight against Logan Paul, but it wasn't enough, and he lost this elimination chamber match. I would have loved to see Rey Mysterio definitely get the win against Logan Paul because Logan Paul does not deserve to be in the elimination chamber with Cena, with CM Punk. You got all these other guys that are in the ring that are going to be there at the Elimination Chamber. It doesn't make sense for Logan Paul to be there. It just doesn't make sense to me. I would rather have Rey Mysterio in the Elimination Chamber with them all. That will make it really even a more amazing win, for Rey Mysterio to be able to do what he's doing. But he is 50 years old now, and he can't really do what he used to do as he was younger. Um, Unfortunately for Rey Mysterio and Dragon need to get attacked. That's unfortunate. Obviously, I mean, these guys, LWO should be more. These guys, they need a better push. They need a bigger push. They haven't really done much since they formed. Since the day that they started as the LWO, they haven't really done much. And what have they accomplished? I would love to see the OWO be pushed more. And these guys definitely got to win something. They got to win an intercontinental title. They got to do something, to really get themselves some credibility out there. Obviously, I'm not seeing them going anywhere as a group right now. Um, but Logan Paul, man, why wasn't Logan Paul going against someone else other than Rey Mysterio? Another thing, Logan Paul is taller than Rey Mysterio, and there's a height difference, and there's just an advantage at Logan Paul because he's taller than Rey Mysterio. Um, I would it would make more sense if someone else had gone against Logan Paul instead of Rey Mysterio. That would make more sense for me. Maybe Sheamus or Sheamus should have been in there, facing Logan Paul. That would have been great. But I think that's just sort of a disadvantage the way Mysterio was put at. I'm not really liking that match.
all right. And by the way, I think there's two more spots left in the men's and women. If you guys want to update on the women's side, Chelsea Green versus Naomi is going to happen. Winner of that qualifies. And next week on Raw is going to be Raquel Rodriguez versus Roxanne Perez. Winner qualifies. And now on the men's side, this coming week is going to be Seth freaking Rollins versus Finn Balor, a rematch. You know, there's history between Finn Balor and Seth Rollins, so those two are going to go at it for a spot. And then we're going to get a triple threat match. Yes, this triple threat match is going to be a banger. We're going to have Damian Priest versus Braun Strowman versus Jacob Fatu. So that's going to be a banger. Where the winner of that is going to get one of the spots. So yeah, that triple threat is going to be a banger. Um, so yeah, that would do it for Monday Night Raw. My name is Bruin Steele, this is New Yorker. In terms of grading, I absolutely love this show. So I'm gonna give it a plain A. How about you?
I'm gonna give it an A as well. Um, yeah, I'll give it an A.
All right, so that would do it for Monday Night Raw. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Bruin Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out Canadian Yorker's YouTube channel. The link will be in the description, as well as our wrestling channel, which is WWE Wrestling Bros. That link will also be in the description as well. But yeah, that would do it. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Bruin Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. Take it easy. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your night. And we'll see you guys in the next broadcast. See you guys later.
Take care.